This week assignment, we had to talk about the pathway of how the blood travels to the heart. Okay, the blood enters into the superior or the inferior vena cava and also the coronary sinus. Once the blood is enter into the superior or the once the blood enters into the superior or the inferior vena cava, it travels into the right atrium. That's this part right here. And this little dot is, I put it just to note the coronary sinus. The blood then travels through the tricuspid valve, which pushes the blood into the right ventricle, which is this big area right here. Once the blood is in the right ventricle, it pushes through the pulmonary semilunar valve, which is right here. The blood then travels to the pulmonary trunk, this part right here, and it can go into either the two of the pulmonary arteries, which is 1 and 2 right here. Once it's inside the pulmonary arteries, it travels off to the lung. I put my lung right here. This lung right here, though. In the lung, that's is where the carbon dioxide changes into. That's where the gas changes happens. The carbon dioxide turns into oxygenated rich blood. So once it leaves out of the lungs, it goes through the pulmonary veins. It enters to the pulmonary veins. Inside the pulmonary veins, it goes into the left atrium, down through the mitral valve, which is right here, goes into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, it then enters into the aortic semilunar valve, which sits behind the pulmonary trunk and the aorta. So I just sat off to the side right here because you can't really see the little valve that sits back here. From the aortic valve, it then enters into the aorta, which is the main vein. And that's just how that's the pathway of how the blood travels. Thank you.